did say you would get that kind of reception for these two, the most popular players in table tennis. Yingsha and Chuqin, they're the #1 players in women's and men's singles. They're taking on Chen and Youzheng. They have a massive, massive task ahead of them. Now remember, in doubles, it remains best of 5 throughout the event. Maybe that gives them the opportunity as we look at their ages and rankings. Just to reiterate that Chuqin and Yingsha are the world #7 pair. Huang and Chen are world number 38. They are also wildcards to enter this event. So it is quite the story for them to have made it all the way to the final. We've seen her a lot in this event, and she will be overseeing this match.
I have red and black. Red and black for you. Serve or side? Receive? Which side? Who will serve? And who will receive?
My partner Graham this evening here with me, Adam Bobro, as we look ahead to this mixed doubles final.
Yo, this is exciting times. I think, man, I stepped outside. I went to Smash Park earlier, as close as I could get on break, and ran into a lot of fans of these two in black. The 3-time defending world champions said, when's the last time you saw them playing together? They said Doha. And that's a long time. That's a bit of a break. But let's talk about these two. Chen Yi has been one of the fastest rising stars. Huang Youzheng alongside Chen Yuanyu is the next generation for Team China. You've seen him earlier already in this event not long ago. And only 1 game dropped in the last 4 matches between these two. And that was the last round.
Yeah, that just shows how good they've been. And they had a bye, Yingsha and Chuqin in the first round. They did drop a game against the interesting pairing there, Gopade and Serene, but after that, never looked back.
I have to officially give props to Adi Serene. I did once, but I needed to use the word props on the air. He asked me before that match, by the way, while he couldn't be here playing for these trophies, the prize money, there are only 2 options left in trophy sizes. It's not one size fits all.
It's very true.
There are only 2 tall ones there. Well, there are some tall players on court. It's going to be those with the tallest scores. The first one to win 3 games to 11 must win by 2, and the fan vote speaks loudly, as the fans will as well, in the stadium.
Absolutely no doubt about this one. More than 85% of the fans backing Wang and Sun. Remember, you can still get involved in the fan votes. Still have a number of matches to go here at China Smash. Do sign up. Register at worldtabletennis.com. I mean, it's a great story, though. You are a wildcard entry. You've made it all the way to the Grand Smash. That's the summit of the WTT Series.
Wild card with a wild ride, and who knows? Again, after a little time off, yes, Xia and Chuqin are both world #1 in individuals. But it's been a while. Again, back on the saddle, and they seem to be completely smooth so far, but Huang Youzheng and Chen Yi haven't been too shabby as well. And this is their first time ever playing this pair. The world ranked #7 in black, and the younger pair, world ranked #38.
Yeah. 4 times winners at Grand Smash level, 3 at Singapore Smash, 1 at the Saudi Smash.
Level.
Should also, well, of course, they are the Olympic champions. Not too shabby, these two.
Right. That said, Youzheng with a devastatingly powerful forehand there on the step around. Lefty-righty combo, nice for doubles. Alternating shots, diagonal serves from the right.
Reminder that Chuqin and Huang met earlier today in the men's doubles match.
Wow, that step around. We've talked about her agility and how she plays like somebody who's, you might even say short. She's just so fast on her feet and flexible.
I was about to say, for someone of her size. Height. She's a lot more nimble than you might think.
Right.
You know, on paper, people will be thinking, wow, this is really going to be one-sided. Let's see how this pans out. I'm fascinated to see this. Taking out some big names along the way. CHEN and WANG.
This is very heads-up play there. Ball comes in and right back at the person who just played the ball. Funny that would show up on screen because it showed 3 directions, and immediately Chuqin knew which one to use. Straight back to where it came from.
When you're the wild card playing the number 7 pair in the world, you need all the luck you can get. There are a lot of the crowd against you as well.
Right, exactly. A lot of good videos of Chuqin turning the corner and practicing in the practice hall. He's so good at exploding on this third ball. For example, another one. And that's Shasha's job, just like in her post-match interviews. It's all about making your teammate look good, feel good, and simply making your teammate good. Well, this partnership is good from every direction. Beautiful counter there, just a little bit of fortune quickly acknowledged by Youzheng. Sometimes the edge of the racket or even a shot earlier in the rally is enough for players to know that they had a bit of fortune.
Nice competitive start to this match.
Lip. 5-6.
Just make that look almost dismissive.
Meet me and gone.
Thank you, bye-bye. Wow, that backhand. Walked away. Ooh, almost lost his footing there. Chuqin.
It's the beauty of having 4 legs to stand on. Lionheart is able to keep his balance somehow. Long way to go. We've seen him hit the ball past Shasha before and still make points. We've seen Shasha duck to make sure she doesn't get in the way. It's that teamwork that the world loves.
Off the serve there, Chuqin. Adam may have already mentioned it, but nice to have the left-right combo.
Speaking of combos, first 2 letters of combo, the same as the first 2 letters in Coco. That's Coco Chanel, their coach. Well, Shasha's anyway. Cho Yika. Ding Ding back in the house. Hey, I see you. The Queen of Hearts. Li-Ning in the house. Li-Ning and Ding-Ning right next to each other. That's, well, brand rep anyway.
Oh, he could barely get back there. Wang Chuqin.
9-7.
It looked like Xia was doing a jumping jack to try and return that ball. Wang Chuqin doing everything he can to get it back, saves it, but this high near the net. Xia doesn't miss by much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the Wang
9-8.
Chuqin special normally. Check his head. He didn't make the shot.
Yeah, it's his signature there. Would step around in a spin, inside-out forehand.
So we have 2 game points here for Sun and Wang. Converted for the first time of asking.
Game.
And Steve Dainton,
1-2.
right there, CEO of ITTF Group. Petra Serling, president of ITTF. We just had an amazing event in Malmö, her backyard.
That's right.
And it's already signed back for 2026. It was so successful. Speaking of success, you're looking at it. 1-0 they lead in this best of 5.
These two are so popular that there's been outside screenings as well of this. This is at the Big Air Snowboard. If you might recall, that's just to your left, you might see it there, which was the venue for the 2022 Winter Games right here in Beijing, right where we are, actually, some of those events. And it is absolutely packed in there. And they are watching this match, this mixed doubles final. Give us a wave. All right, never mind.
Well, I think if you were standing in front of them when you said that.
Time.
It's a lot of fun to be in an environment like that. If you can't get a ticket, I've sat in front of giant screens like that, like concerts in the park. It's such a cool feeling to be amongst thousands of fans at a picnic watching on a giant screen. Oh yeah, they've even had WTT screened in movie theaters across China.
I'm not surprised to hear that, I have to say.
Amazing.
That would work well.
Oh, that's so cool.
On a big screen, you'd love that.
It's awesome.
Who will serve?
Maybe they're having it right now, we don't know. Someone's watching it, hiring out cinema.
Second game. CHEN to serve. Level.
Encouraging first game for you, for Huang and Chen's perspective?
Huh. Encouraging. That's an interesting word. I guess that's going to be a very subjective. I feel like you could say that if they expected to lose by more.
Too low.
They definitely still have a chance. The order of play, it's tough, you know. Both Xia and Wang Chuqin, pick your poison. It's not easy to play to either.
Both of them still, of course,
3 love.
involved in singles. We've got a busy schedule, actually, coming up next few days. That's finished off. That could have ended painfully.
Yo Guangkai, practice partner for Wang Chuqin, and Xiao Zhan watching on. What a dodge. How did he manage to pull back his pelvis while he played this shot? That was like isolation that you would have seen in like a popping and locking competition. His upper body was leaning in, his feet were propelling forward, and his waist was like, alert, corner of table. And it dodged it.
Did very well.
4-2.
There have been a handful of occasions over the years, and a few this week alone, that have been so impressive to me about players' precision in body movement. With this pair, Sun Yingsha and Wang Chuqin, I feel like how many times I've seen Sha move like just centimeters out of the way to make sure that the ball passes her.
Left. 4-2.
I think there was a flash. Thought I saw Wang Chuqin point something out.
Looked like a drone. Or a green firefly. I don't know. Maybe I just had something funny to drink. I don't know.
We had an insect earlier, I think.
5.
Not in this match.
Felix.
Yeah, that's right. The Felix match.
I saw it. Not the insect, but his response to it. My eyes aren't that good.
Oh, we've established that tonight.
Oh, Shahzad, hey. That's so funny.
2-6.
I recall earlier rounds as well, Adam, that Wang Chuqin was kind of saying, see some of those hand signals. Whoa.
That was fancy.
Yeah.
I mean,
No
that was like
flashlight, please.
Jazz Dance Club right there.
It was jazz handsy.
That signal seemed like bust out a flare and then throw sparkles in the air. By the way, serve long.
Yeah, I was just saying that. Didn't he come out and say in one of the post-match interviews that he wasn't very particularly happy with the way that they've been playing as a pair, and that it was going to get better?
Your memory might be like your eyesight. Better than mine.
2-7.
That doesn't ring a bell in the last few days. I thought he said something like that, where he wasn't best pleased necessarily with the way they were playing. But then again, you know, I guess you want to set the bar low in expectation and then bring it to a crescendo. I don't know.
I know Sha threw a lot of credit his way and said that he's played incredible table tennis despite having a lot of other taxing matches coming into this event, that he's played incredibly well across events.
8-2.
Well, this is a big lead here. It's gotten bigger. Nice backhand there from
9-2.
Wang Chuqin.
You could argue that game one for Chen Yi and Youzheng was relatively encouraging.
There you go.
I thought you'd like that.
Yeah, you put relatively in there. I relatively like that.
Well, it's important, right? I guess you only have one other game to compare it to so far.
That's true.
This isn't over yet, but from a balance standpoint, a bit more one-sided so far. Beautiful Chiquita there. Youzheng getting the racket head down low. A little self-policing.
They're going to make it, Chen and Huang. Couple of points here for them. Oh, you heard Yingsha not enjoying that one.
That's a rare sound.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was included as one of the options when you pull the string.
Very uncharacteristic. 3 in a row for Chen and Huang.
Big one to set up 5 game points. They've got some cushion here. Remember, this is the last match in the event. This is the final to determine the champions. Game points. Chato.
Left. 10-5. $6-10.
The 1 game point saved, 4 more to go. The serves come back. Chen Yi and Youzheng. Youzheng's got a big third ball.
Maybe the best rally of this second game.
7-10.
Reaction time from Chen Yi. Gets very low. We talked about the agility. That was a fast reaction.
They were down by 6. That's half now. Really good comeback here from Chen and Huang, but it's quite late into this game.
10.
Well.
Remember, no coaches on benches. You would imagine in a best of 5
That they would?
if there was one more point scored against them, towel break is like a mini timeout. We'll see. Momentum shift, 6 of the last 8 for Chen Yi and Huang Youzheng.
This is really getting quite interesting now. Only 1 point.
Timeout here. This is it.
You predicted this, Adam. I just wondered, when you have such a big lead, and I know the Chinese generally like to get ahead of it, do you think they could have done it a bit earlier or should have done it a bit earlier?
I don't use the word should very well in general.
Okay.
It's tough for me to know what someone should or shouldn't do because I don't have all the answers. And who knows how this will turn out. But they definitely could have. And with the coach on their bench, in theory, they would have.
Got to be some bragging points somewhere. Quietly, perhaps, if you're making Sun and Wang have to take a timeout.
Within the team,
No.
anything is possible.
10-9.
So I think their standards are going to be a little bit higher. The reason I think they might not have taken a timeout earlier is for the 3-time defending world champions.
Back yourself.
Yeah.
Just one left. Well, they worked his magic. They got there in the end.
And Wang.
Just about a very nice comeback here from Chen and Huang.
The timeout, the flotation device, is for emergencies only, and they saved it for an emergency. 10-9, and from under the table, Lionheart leaps out, spins top and side spin, and delivers a pressure that, well, is a pressure that hadn't quite yet been felt. 11-8 in game 1, relatively encouraging, but compared to the second, even more encouraging. Momentum with the pair that's trailing 0-2.
Time.
So a couple of good
Third
games so
game.
far.
Soon to
Huang
serve.
and Chen, but
Level.
as far as the scoreboard's concerned, nothing to show for it. Sun and Wang here serving in what could be a final game. It is best of 5, remember. Oh, it's just broken the concentration, and the players look understandably a little irritated.
Better now than last point of last game.
And did you discern anything that they sort of started to do differently, Chen and Huang, as the second game progressed, that sort of got them to where they were?
It's a good question. I guess I was caught up in the macros, zoomed out a little bit, but a lot of aggressive shots. Here you go. I think once the rally's open, you have limited options. And when you're behind the table, even more so, playing anything passively is going to be tricky. Look at the angle on that. That one exits not even maybe halfway to the baseline.
Yeah. Good power there on the backhand from Chuqin.
The racket just about parallel to the playing surface of the table before he comes in and snaps the wrist. A lot of racket speed.
Oh, got a little taste of himself, Wang Chuqin.
Chen Yi with a beautiful shot once again. We've seen some incredible shots from all four of these players. And both on screen here, Chen Yi and Hwang Youzheng have stood out quite a bit in terms of their shot-making ability.
When they get to full flow, these two, they can be a real handful, and they take the lead here. That's something we've seen very often. Under the table there, Huang.
It's good placement into the middle to cause a little bit of indecision, but it was also shallow with your opponent behind the table. You know, a lot of people online, especially when they see lobbing points, will say, if they're not that familiar with competitive table tennis, they'll say, why do they just keep hitting it to the player? It's like, well, the player knows the odds of where the safest shot is, most likely shot. But I say, when the opponent's behind the table, slow spin, heavy top spin, shallow, is one of the best shots in the game. And here it is again, Chen Yi. Little head shake of disapproval there, knowing he was played. It's also a game of risk assessment and shot selection. So when I say he was played, I mean he took a shot that was very, let's say, high risk, low percentage from under the table. Slow spinny ball on its way down.
There was a comment just as Yingsha was serving. He just went through with the point anyway, with the rally. Maybe wrong-footed there, Chen Yi. They've come back well here. 1 point in it.
Wow.
6-4.
Chen Yi with a surprising spraying backhand here. Good response to the point before where the ball jumped up to her forehand. Man, fine margins. Middle of the table, but still tough reach for Wang Chuqin.
Effort there you can hear from Chen Yi. Won the FIDE Dusseldorf this year. Got to the final of Contender Zagreb. But this is the real big time, isn't it? The Grand Smash for Chen and Huang. They maintain their lead.
This is impressive. We have to remember Chen Yi is hitting to Wang Chuqin. Think about the men in the world that haven't been able to escape Wang Chuqin. Chen Yi's done it with wonderful percentages in the last handful of points.
Yeah. That's going to be encouraging. And there's the power we talk about from Wang Chuqin.
And the speed to get around, the placement. When we think about the percentages that Chen Yi's had, tries to go wide, but it was tough to escape, and the fast feet, the long leaps of Lionheart get around for that forehand.
Might be the longest rally we've had in this third game. It takes us level scores here, 7-all.
Something that's going to develop with time between Chen Yi and Hwang Youzheng. Something that Wang Chuqin and Yingsha have is chemistry and communication.
Please play.
Yeah.
After a point like this, there needs to be some emotional support on court.
Take the cue from your opponents tonight. Look at their communication, the support for each other. And we have a timeout.
Yeah, big momentum. Right, the shift here. Let's see. I think there's a good time and potentially even earlier, but after that one point. Chen Yi's a very brilliant person, and she's also a very expressive, emotional person. Let's hear.
Time.
So a lot more conversation on the Chen Yi Huang Youzheng side. Sometimes silence is all you need, as you saw on the other side. They're in sync right now. They've got the momentum, as we saw, 6 of the last 8. Chateau right now. Nothing needs to be changed. Stay in the same headspace.
Lip.
But for Huang Youzheng and Chen Yi, it sounded like backhands would be a crucial factor from the little bit that I heard of what they had to say. But it depends what comes their way, and I think Wang Chuqin knew that he was in a good position here and takes responsibility. Meaning he wanted better for Shasha and him. It's powerful, especially in doubles, to be able to take responsibility, to apologize for what you feel you could have done better. Find balance, though, to keep confidence.
Chen Yi goes well long here.
9-8.
So we want up to 9.
It's possible that I misheard on the timeout. It's also possible that they just don't have any opportunity for backhands here. It is a lefty-righty combo. The forehand is the more spatially, I'd say, common shot to play.
So we have 2 championship points now in the China Smash mixed doubles final.
World rank number 7, but thought of as royalty in this event since 2021 in Houston. 3-time world champs with 2 championship points.
One saved here by Chen and Huang. It's a 5th WTT Grand Smash title for Wang Chuqin and Yingsha. After quite the absence, the 2 of them have reunited, and it's all the sweeter that they've achieved it here in their own backyard.
This is very big, and it is 1/3 of what they hoped for here this week. I think that's part of the reason we saw a modest handshake and not a bigger celebration nor a hug, because they've still got a lot of business to do here, but they are 1 step closer, undefeated, the champions, back in action. The world rank number 7 will add to that world ranking, and these 2 here put up a good fight, played some incredible rallies, but again, they basically got to audit a masterclass courtesy of 2 world number 1s and a pair that was world number 1 in this event for quite some time, who just claimed the taller of the 2 golden WTT trophies, Wang Chuqin and Yingsha.
There's a winning ball placement from our champions.
A lot out to that right side of the table. 29 minutes of play across 3 games.
They can hold their head up high, can't they, Chen and Wang? Look at that. It's pretty good performance.
I hope so. I think it's a very individual thing. Knowing Chun Yi fairly well, I think she's got very high standards for herself, but the highest standards are from the highest achievers, those who just took the title, and we'll have a chance to hear them, Yingsha and Wang Chuqin, down on court, the champions.
Congratulations to Wang Chuqin and Yingsha. 恭喜二位获得比赛胜利。Congratulations to both of you on winning the mixed doubles championship, Chuqin and Shasha. Could you please reflect on, share your thoughts about your own performance today as well as that of opponent? 恭喜二位拿到混双冠军。首先，可以给我们回顾并点评一下今天自己的发挥以及对手的表现吗？
觉得其实首先还是非常开心吧，最后能够赢下胜利。然后，其实当然面对今天这场决赛，我觉得我们俩还是。3-0，其实也没有说能够想到这么顺利吧，因为确实黄永正跟陈毅也是一对非常年轻的组合，而且他们也是最近刚开始配合。但当然，其实我觉得我们俩今天在比赛中的调动，包括沟通，还有这种衔接，我觉得确实打的还是非常不错吧。然后整个来说，没有说特别有明显的漏洞。
Well, first of all, I think we are both very happy to take a win from this match. Coming into this final, it is very unexpected for us to win this match 3-0. And for Youzheng and Chen Yi, they are still a young pair and they just started to work together. And I think today we did very good getting ourselves motivated and we did our transition very well. So thank you.
All right, this is your 5th WTT Smash Events mixed doubles. Could you share your mood and feelings at this moment? 这也是你们第5次拿到 WTT 大满贯赛事混双冠军，可以给我们分享一下此刻的心情和感受吗？
确实能在这一战当中能再次拿到冠军，确实也是赛前并没有太去想到的吧。但是我觉得我和莎莎还是比较。我觉得还是沟通的比较顺畅，都是目标，我觉得是一致的。包括在赛前制定的这种目标，我觉得包括在到了比赛的这种整场的比赛的执行，包括沟通，我认为都会要比以前更流畅很多吧。
Yes, it is quite unexpected for us to win this title, especially before today's match. And with Yingsha, I think we have very good communication and we have the same goal. Today, I think our execution and also our communication are both better than before.
好的，谢谢，再次恭喜二位，让我们把掌声送给王楚钦、Yingsha。
Yeah, I was kind of considering what I thought I'd heard earlier in the week, where you still feel.